What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And guys, we got football tonight! We got football tonight! Oh my God. Hey, calm it down. Calm it down. You know what? Man, don't calm it down, bro. We got football tonight. I'm so excited, bro. I know it's only preseason. Some of y'all might be like, oh, it's only preseason, bro. We ain't really got football. You know what? Argue with your mammy, not me. I'm going to sit there and be excited to see some football tonight. Even if it is preseason football, it's still nice to watch. It's still nice to be a part of. But I am really happy. The offseason is essentially coming to a close, guys. We're just a few weeks out from game one in week one. Looking forward to that. And so, gonna go into it with today's docket, and there are a few things that I want to talk about. And the first thing is, just want to talk about what I expect for tonight's game and some of the things I'm going to be looking for. So, key things I'm looking for in tonight's game. One, I'm looking to see how smooth Bryce and the starting offense execute. I know they're only going to have about 8 to 12 plays. However, I want to see how smooth and how good they look. That is one of my biggest things. Number two, I definitely want to see the rush defense versus the Browns' rush offense. I want to see if all the moves made in the offseason look like they improved the rush defense. I want to see how they just fill the gaps, fill the holes, get to the ball, and just stop the run right at the line of scrimmage if they can, or how much yardage they allow in the run game. Three, I want to see Lathan Ransom versus Nick Scott at safety. I want to see that play style, and I want it on film for all of us to see because, let's be truthful, we all know we haven't been there to watch all the media because media has been closed off to a lot of the practices. But I want to see on film, since we all feel Nick Scott shouldn't be the starting safety on the depth chart right now, who's really playing better at that position, who's allowing deeper passes, like who is really filling that gap, filling that hole, and so on and so forth. So that's another thing I want to look at. Number four, I definitely want to watch the reps for Nick Scorton, Prince Emmanuel, and Cam Jackson. Those boys have been impressing me all offseason, and they have been impressing me nonstop. So I definitely want to see how they look in game time, in game speed, when the whistles and everything just full on just go, bro. Don't hold it back. And then number five, I want to see who looks most comfortable in the kick and punt return game. I know we talked about it ad nauseum here on this channel yesterday because you have, what was it? Dog, I forgot the depth chart real quick. Oh, because you have Moore, Etienne, Renfro, as well as, who they had? Yeah. Dog, why am I drawing? We just talked about this yesterday. Why am I drawing a blank on this? What in the world? What? Hold up. Why am I drawing a blank? This is wild. Why am I drawing a blank on this? Give me 2 seconds, y'all, because this really shouldn't be happening. And I am drawing a huge blank. Blackshear. There it is. I'm sorry. Blackshear. I don't know why I was drawing a huge blank on that. But, yeah, I definitely want to see who's most comfortable doing that. And then I hope Jimmy Horn Jr. gets some reps at kick return too. And just look at who's most comfortable doing those kick return reps. So, looking forward to that, guys. And remember, watch party tonight, playback.tv. I'll be hosting it there. I'll make sure to put the link to it in the comments below when the time comes. That way y'all can see where it's going to be. And y'all can just click right there to it because that's where I'll be watching the game. Number two, according to Coach, apparently there are no ceilings for Bryce Young. And honestly, I like the sound of that. So, in a recent interview after the practices yesterday, Coach Dave Canales was asked about Bryce Young and his ceiling, and here's what Coach had to say about it. Coach says, I don't think there's a ceiling for Bryce Young. I think that, first and foremost, it's team football, and Dan Morgan and I talk about this all the time. If we build this team right, if we put Bryce into big games, big situations, big moments, he'll come through for us. What I saw from him is just whatever the situation might have been, whoever the opponent was, We brought them really good teams in here with the Chiefs and the Eagles, and we played them really well. No moral victories. We lost those games. We didn't finish well. But the moments and the situations that we put Bryce into as a team that we did collectively, he came through and he played well, and he earned so much respect from his teammates and the fan base. Not gonna lie, spot on, 100%. Grant, like, we have to admit, when it came down to it and Bryce came back, when we put him in clutch situations, Bryce showed up. Bryce showed up, 100%. Obviously, this is this is after the benching from last year, but after he came back and we put him in close games, we put him in big time situations, Bryce showed up every time. More times than not, it was the defense that didn't show up, or the defense couldn't get a stop at the very end, or we might have dropped the pass that we shouldn't have dropped. So when it's all said and done, Coach Canales is spot on there, and I can't disagree with that anymore. I do think, like anybody in this league, Bryce has an unlimited tap potential. I think any player has GOAT potential. Now, whether they reach that is up to them. But I'm never going to sit there and say no player doesn't have the chance to be one of the greatest or a great player in their own right, and I still believe that in Bryce Young. That's just the nature of the game, man. And then lastly, guys, or well, not even lastly, thirdly, coming in with y'all with one of your favorites that we do every Friday is Panther Nation's Would You Rather. And I think this was a really good one to go into for this preseason, really. So, here's the question. Which of these would you rather have to feel good about heading into this season? Like the official season, which would you rather see heading into this official season? Would you rather, A, see the offense show out all preseason? I'm talking first, second, and third string all look phenomenal. Or B, would you rather see the defense be looking great all preseason from first string to second string to third string? Which one of those would you rather see? And I'm not going to front with y'all. Honestly, considering the turmoil that it's been through the last couple of years, I would rather see the offense. Considering how up and down our offense has been and how bad it was and then how it ended, I would rather see the offense look great all preseason. I feel as though the defense is going to be solid, and I'm not as concerned, especially when people are healthy. I feel that was the biggest reason, or that was one of the bigger reasons in our issues last year. Just health played a lot. But I would love to see the offense really hit their stride, and they're looking great. And if they're looking great, I'm going to be like, all right, cool. I feel good. So that's me personally. Y'all have it y'all way. This ain't Burger King, but y'all can still have it y'all way. I'm just letting you know where I'm at. And then lastly, as always, hold up. Where that? What? No way. Why is this? What are we doing here? What are we doing? You know what? Y'all know what time it is. There's an error going on, but you know what time it is. It's time for Panther Nation to speak your truth. I don't care, bro. I'm too excited. I was too excited, man. I messed up one of the graphics, but it don't matter because we still got y'all comments in here. But before we do that, hey, Panther freeze frame of the day. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at T-Mac. Look at it. And bro's on the ground. This is a poster. If I'm T-Mac, I'm putting this in a poster. Granted, it's training camp. And if you get one like this in the season, that's the one you really want to hang up. But this just looks like he broke his ankles and then just made a spectacular play and whatnot. But let's get into the comments, man, because I love reading y'all comments left and right. First comment comes up, says, I'm going to definitely join you for that watch party tomorrow. It's like, it comes from Evan Wells, 2924. He says, I'm going to definitely join you for that watch party tomorrow. I've never been too big on the preseason games, but this year I feel like it actually matters with how deep our wide receiver room is and just how we ended last season. For real, though, I think we could keyword could make some waves this year. Much love and keep pounding. Appreciate that, my boy. Appreciate that, my boy. All right. So, appreciate it like always, Evan. I greatly appreciate that, man. So, next comes from GD Davis 2018. My man said, I was strong anti-Bryce from before the draft. It is going about like I expected. Not that great, but I acknowledge that he should start this year, and I don't see where they have brought in any competition, so I think that is the plan. He had this year. We'll see. Mid isn't gonna cut it, though. You know what? Fair assessment. I'll give it to you. At least, and I can respect you, Davis. I can respect you, my boy, because some people don't even want to admit like that Bryce deserves to start this year. So even though you said you're anti-Bryce from before the draft and it's going how you expected, I appreciate the fact that you're able to be like, but no, he's earned that. And you're right, though. Mid isn't going to cut it. He needs to be above average, or I will say he can't be below average. He can't be below that. To me, mid and average are two different things. Like mid is below average, and then you have average, and then there's above average, and so on and so forth. And I know somebody's gonna be like, but mid literally means middle. Nah, that's just what the new kids say. I always picture mid as below average. That's just me. And then lastly, comes from Jarman369. Thanks for the driving PSA. Psych! I came here for Panthers updates. I ain't gonna lie. I read that with just him being funny and be like, I ain't come here for that. I ain't come here to tell you how to drive. I came here for you to tell me about the Panthers. About the Panthers, man. But, hey, at the end of the day, it's all good, bro. I just got to give y'all a PSA sometimes because we're all human, and sometimes some of you need that warning. And you just need that little word of wisdom, so to speak. But, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always know when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below. Let me know what you're most excited about for the preseason. Are you going to the preseason game tonight? Let me know, do you think Bryce has no ceiling, or do you think there's a cap on the ceiling or anything like that? And thirdly, which would you rather see ball out this preseason? The offense or the defense? And again, tonight, playback.tv, I will have a Panthers Pride room for us to have the watch party. That's where I'll have it. I'll make sure to create that, and I'll put the link in the comment section below to let y'all know. But with all that being said, guys, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. Peace, brother, all you Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. I'll see you tonight. And as always, keep pounding. Later.